Hi everybody, it's Alexinis and today I'm gonna compare for you the Head Speed Pro with the Head Extreme Pro. Let's go. Although it might not look like a great comparison, it is actually a really good comparison, and let me explain why. So on one side we have the Head Speed Pro, who is a 310 gram unstrung weight with a 18 by 20 string pattern and a 100 square inch head size. On the other side with the Extreme Pro we have a 98 square inch head size with a 16 by 19 string pattern and an unstrung weight of 305 grams. And yes, the specs are quite different, but you have on one side the Extreme Pro, who is a really powerful racket, but that has a lot of control due to, first of all, the 98 square inch head size, but also the spin factor. And on the other side, we have another quite powerful racket, which is not as spin friendly as the Extreme Pro, but that has some more control oriented specs with the tighter string pattern, but it has a bigger head size. So two pretty interesting racket. I feel like those two rackets gonna be good from the baseline. So let's see which one is the best for you.
On the court with the Head Speed Pro, the first thing that I felt was the stability of the racket. One thing that I liked was the fact that the sweet spot was pretty big, but you were still achieving a lot of control due to the tighter string pattern. So it's easy to generate some power, but at the same time, it's control oriented due to the string pattern. It's producing an okay amount of topspin, but I would say that you have to generate your own topspin in order to really make it bounce high. For me, it's a racket for polyvalent player that might want to go to the net, but that still needs that easy racket to grind from the baseline. So it's a good in between. With the Head Extreme Pro, this racket is not meant really for polyvalent player. It's made more for grinder from the baseline, so it creates a lot of pace from the baseline. But I would say that it's quite similar because yes, this racket is overall more powerful, but the sweet spot is a bit smaller, and you have less string to produce a bit more spin. So yes, this racket is powerful, but the spins helps you to create that control. So two different ways of achieving control. At the net, this racket is okay, but it's not where it really stands out. For me, where it stands out is really all about the stability and the feel overall that, I feel like it's just, unique. And yeah, the Exotic 2.0 really adds to this racket, that's for sure.
So I really enjoyed those two rackets for the same and at the same time for different reason, and it's actually hard to explain because I really enjoyed the Extreme Pro. I just feel like it's solid, it's stable from the baseline. You know that it's gonna create a lot of pace, but you also know that the ball is gonna land in because you have a lot of spin. And for me, it's one thing that I really like. My forehand is really spinny and my backhand is really flat, but I feel like this racket is really managing both really good, and so that's why I really enjoyed this racket. At the net, it's not the best one, but it's still really stable. So even though you don't have the feel, you have a stable racket that will help you to hit pretty well. On the other side, with the Speed Pro, you have a pretty powerful racket that is quite control oriented with the 18 by 20. But it's a 100 square inch head size, so you still have a relatively big sweet spot. I feel like this racket is really stable too, has a bit more feeling, less spin obviously, but on my backhand it was incredible because I had the best feeling, I would say, between those two rackets. But for my forehand, the Extreme Pro was better. At the serve, I feel like you're getting a bit more free power from the Extreme Pro just because of the lighter weight that helps you to swing a bit faster, and also the string pattern. But on the other side with the Speed Pro, I just feel like you have this good mix between power, control, and feel. So you have a bit more feel on the serve with the Speed Pro. So I would recommend the Head Extreme Pro to all of you who are grinding from the baseline, but that loves to have this heavy topspin forehand and that sometimes want to go for a topspin backhand. But I would say, forehand is mainly your weapon if you want to play with the Extreme Pro. You're not afraid of attacking the ball, and yes, you want to go to the net if you can, but it's not your main focus. On the other side, with the Speed Pro, it's more for an all-around player. You're great at the baseline, but you're not afraid to go at the net, and you still want that feel when you're going for touch shot. I would say that you're grinding a bit more, like I said, with topspin with the Extreme Pro, but you're more polyvalent with the with the Speed Pro, because yes, you can hit with some topspin with this racket, even though it's a 18x20 string pattern, but at the same time, it's great for slice, it's great for drop shot, and it's great for flat shot. Personally, it's pretty hard to choose, but I will have to go with the Extreme Pro just because, like I said, it helps my forehand to be a bit better. So that's it for the video. Hope you like it. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.